In early 2020, it started with murmurs, a virus in Wuhan, a strange pneumonia, stories of locked-down cities, overflowing hospitals. Another country's problem, people said. But I had heard words like that before, from years past. Problems, after all, didn't always stay in place. Then it reached Seattle, then New York, then San Francisco, and suddenly it was here. COVID-19 swept into our lives like a thief in the night. It didn't knock, it didn't wait. It stole the simplest things: certainty, gatherings, handshakes, hugs. It stole funerals, weddings, normalcy, breath. Even time itself seemed warped, each day stretching endlessly while the months disappeared in a blur. I was 75. High risk. The words came stamped across headlines, echoed in doctors' advisories, repeated in worried calls from my children. Ma, please stay inside. And so, for months, I did. I became a watcher, a listener, a face behind glass. I watched the world through screens, pixelated windows into lives I could no longer touch. Lydia's face on Zoom was sometimes clear, sometimes grainy, but always tired. She juggled lectures, parenting, and panic. I feel like I'm failing at everything, she confessed one night. No one's trained for this, I reminded her. Just love them. That's enough. Jay dropped groceries at my doorstep every Sunday, her gloved hands careful, her wave quick and bright, even when her smile was hidden behind a mask. Tina once held up a bag of oranges and said, "For immunity." And for luck, her voice cracked on the last word. Aaron, ever calm, taught literature from home. He turned their living room into a classroom, adjusting to digital whiteboards and echoing silence where students should have been. Ash helped him troubleshoot tech. "Your son," he said, dryly over the phone, "is better at Zoom than I'll ever be." The grandchildren visited only from driveways. They waved through car windows, shouted greetings through masks. Mikasa held up her robotics trophy from 10 feet away. Alfonso played the cello from the porch. Ash painted messages on poster board. "Love you, Pawpaw." I touched the window pane as if it were their cheeks. That Lunar New Year, for the first time in decades, I celebrated alone. I wore red, lit incense, arranged oranges and tea at the altar. I bowed 3 times, whispering names to the ancestors in a house that echoed louder than it ever had. No laughter, no clinking dishes, no clamor of overlapping stories. Just silence and memory wrapped together in longing. Then the virus struck closer. Tina's father had recently arrived from Hong Kong, proud and stubborn, still adjusting to life here. He had dismissed the risks, insisting on going out, on staying involved. When he fell ill, the diagnosis came swiftly. The decline, even faster. Within a week, he was gone. Jay crumbled. Tina didn't speak for days. I had never seen her still for that long. Normally so animated, so full of fast Cantonese and fierce conviction, she now sat in shadow, her silence thick. We held a video memorial. I watched from my small kitchen screen as they placed a framed photo of him on their table. Oranges surrounded it. Joss sticks burned slowly, their smoke curling like prayers. I lit incense on my end too, whispering his name across the static. Loss had learned to cross even digital boundaries. Then Alfonso got sick. Just a fever. Not dangerous, but my heart left my body for days. I stayed by the phone like I had during wartime, waiting, hoping, bargaining. When Lydia finally called to say, "He's okay. He's sleeping," I didn't answer right away. I just cried. Cried harder than I had when he was born. Because love in a pandemic is helpless and enormous. It is worry magnified by distance, It is mourning without touch. It is lighting incense alone and trusting the wind will carry your words to the people you miss. In 2020, the world stayed apart, but we held on. With noodles left on doorsteps, with messages in windows, with rituals reimagined through glass and signal. Even when the world closed its doors, love found its way in.